The idea of reason, from a metaphysical point of view, is the very principle to be examined. However, it must not only be examined as an idea, but also adopted as the central entity of nature. Nature itself revolves around reason. This means it is a collection of rational conceptions formed into an infinite number of particular sequences, adopted by an infinite potential variety of observers. Of course, all of these, whether the conception, the sequence of a process, or the observer, are aspects of the same phenomenon we are attempting to discuss, but always struggle to discern in its true formulation. Anyone who claims to have fully grasped it is merely a sophist attempting to win an argument, rather than admitting that their own mind exceeds their ability to fully conceive it. Metaphysics proves to be no easy task, especially given our contemporary mindset in approaching philosophical thinking. Modern pedagogy excludes a critical starting point necessary for understanding the nature of any object. The notion of essence is entirely dismissed and even ridiculed when suggested as a causal source for why things happen in the universe rather than not happen. Essence is the qualitative value of an object, equidistant to its quantitative measure. However, we misconstrue essence as merely a consequence of the object's function, rather than recognizing that the function of the object originates in actualizing an already predetermined essence.
The question of where to begin is a peculiar one in metaphysics, because the first philosophy cannot simply introduce the topic at hand. It must rather make a statement about the concept of beginning in general. Intuition naturally seeks to understand the world by eagerly spilling out all the ideas within the mind. But a logical system deserving the name of first science requires the establishment of a starting point as a foundation for truth. The goal of metaphysics is to formulate a beginning, but it cannot, like other sciences, simply presuppose its subject matter as something already given. This would constitute part of its own content and must be established during the very application of the science. The philosopher begins by reasoning about where to start, taking this very reasoning about the need for a starting point as the starting point for the inquiry. In this way, the philosopher delves into the work, asking, what is reason? The faculty that inquires into the essential nature of things, specifically the first thing, which is itself, and because it is itself, inquires into each individual expression of itself. Metaphysics is grounded in the principle that thought takes itself as its object, or makes itself its object. This is perhaps the oldest and most ancient of ideas, and it will constitute the general theme of the inquiry.